saw, and it's the worst smell of my life. The worst smell of my life is the bone saw cutting into my jaw.
That's crazy.
And they yanked it out, and then I'm sitting there wide awake 2 hours later, and I look, and you can see like the whole bone like in the jaw, and it was like covered in like I was covered in blood and stuff, and they give me like 2 ibuprofens a day. That was the max amount allowed a day.
You're like, here you go.
2 a day. It pops 7 every morning, but 2 a day. Yeah.
And that's how we start the show. We were live for that whole thing. What's up, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, United States of America?
I didn't even have my gimmicks on, man.
I know. That was the worst part. I was like, he doesn't even have his shades on. Back here at Scarpaci's here in Mount Washington. I'm Jim, just Jim. Nobody gives a fuck about me. And with us is the one and only beautiful, talented, lovely, tight pants wearing, alcohol drinking, no slacking.
Look around and find out, champion.
Layla Paige. What's going on, everybody? And then over on the other side of the room, making his dental debut.
Thanks.
One and only.
DMD.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Brett Paradise, a.k.a. Ben Bena with Pittsburgh Sports Distributor. What's going on?
Yeah, I tell you what. Now that the world knows about me getting my tooth yanked, and all I can do is pray about it. Yeah, that's great.
I just love
awesome
the fact
intro.
That you guys missed it, but he's like, yeah, back when I was at Bible school for 9 months, and I thought he meant like for a weekend. No, he lived there.
Yeah, no. I was there on campus. It was an all-guy campus too, so that made it real fun. On top of it, and you couldn't smoke. Obviously, there was no drinking. There was no cigarettes. If you got caught smoking a cigarette, you were out. And every Sunday, we had to go to different churches around Western Pennsylvania area. And I got to tell my story, like my story and all this stuff. And it was all, I don't mind Ned Flanders in doses. But to actually be surrounded 24/7, that's an don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on me.
All right, yeah. We got a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about some news and sports and everything. I'm really excited about it. Also, up in the corner above my head right here, we have the one and only Amanda Nini making her return to the show. She doesn't know this is coming.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Miss Amanda Nini, you're on the air.
Oh, hello, Bar-jutsu live people.
My mom says hi.
Is that mom?
No, that's Amanda Nini.
Oh, okay.
You haven't met Nini yet. She's the co-host here. She's on hiatus right now because she's in Africa looking for a cure for herpes.
What? Are you serious?
No, not at all.
Because I need to talk to her. I mean, no, I don't.
We got a new feature here.
Yes, because
what?
I was going to say James sent me on this mission personally for himself.
Stop it. Would you quit it? No. Man, Nini, think you're so cute.
But James gets stupid prizes.
All right, we're just checking in with our new device. We have a new phone activator caller speaker thing. I like it, and hopefully the people at home can listen to it clearly, hear you clearly. Give me a sign out. Give me a send off.
A shout out. Okay. Shout out to all my homies.
Nefs.
In the North Hills.
North Hills, homies. All right, we got a show to do.
Do your show.
All right, we'll
have fun. Don't say bad words.
Fuck that.
Your mom is watching.
Fuck it. Sorry, Mom. Shit.
She calls you James.
Bye, Amanda Nini.
Bye.
Everybody knows Amanda Nini.
Hey, there you go.
Like I said, we got a fantastic show. I want to thank all of our sponsors. KMC Firearms, Iron City, Meineke presents Noor Belts, Phoenix Motorsports, Fista Productions, These Nuts. Did I miss anything?
Can I give a free plug to one of my friends?
You sure can.
Okay. I just want to give a free shout out to my good friend. I graduated with her from high school. Her name's Kelly Costa, formerly Kelly Wagner. She runs a place called Salt Boutique. It's on 314 West Pike Street in Canonsburg, PA, and it's it's a women's boutique. So, like, okay, for example, like if you see like a really nice dressed girl, well dressed, like super fashionable and all that stuff, chances are if they're from anywhere in the Southwest PA, they went to Salt Boutique out there, 314 West Pike Street, Canonsburg, Salt Boutique. Check it out.
Salt Boutique, I like it. Ladies plugs. Speaking of ladies, we got something cooking tonight. I'm very excited about it. I don't know about you guys. I don't think anybody really gives a shit except for the one who's nervous over there, sweating in her panties. Oh, I'm sorry, she doesn't wear panties.
Oh,
But,
And jeans, I definitely do.
and I'll be honest, Mr. Bena over here is unaware of what it is too. He just knows that some shit's gonna be going on. We're gonna make one last call before we dive into it.
it's gonna be good.
He's probably not gonna answer because he's a piece of shit. Come on. He may be watching right now, which means he's on like a 7-second delay.
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh, you suck. Sorry.
Trying to reach not available.
So,
Tone, please
everybody
record
in on
your-
this one.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Aaron Romeo, you suck. Nobody wants you here. Go away.
Hey, Aaron Romeo, this is Sly. I'm gonna knock you out in the 5th round, alright? You're alright, over the top.
I was watching the Steeler game and I realized I didn't have any pants on. And, that's when the bartender said, you got to leave. Fuck you, Aaron.
Yeah, they're gonna change Aaron Romeo's name to George Ferguson. That's funny.
Get well soon, buddy. We miss you.
All right, bro.
He would have.
That was random. I thought, is that the surprise?
That would not. That was.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was one of the surprises.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to call him because I knew he wasn't going to answer.
Glossing over the surprise of putting me talking about my 9 months at Bible camp.
We got.
You surprised me with just now, literally.
I wanted to call him and wish him well.
Yeah.
He didn't want to answer, so fuck him. Fuck you, Aaron.
All right, there we go.
Why are you so nervous? Because you don't know what's coming. Because you have your first FAFO defense tonight.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
But before we get into that, we're going to go over to Pittsburgh Sports Distributor, and we're going to catch up on what's going on in the sports world.
All right. In the words of Matthew McConaughey. Okay, honestly, I had so many notes because I was trying to keep it to one page. But like early on, I was doing well because Tuesday and Wednesday, not a whole lot happened. It was talk about the turf situation at Heinz Field, and a lot of the Steelers and Browns were complaining about it and stuff like that. So there wasn't a whole lot. And on top of it, the Penguins were out.
Hello, you fucking
He answered.
He answered. He called back. You were in the middle of the Pittsburgh Sports Distributor. Or were you taking a shit and jerking off again?
Yes, I was.
I guess we'll take both answers for that one.
So let's put the whole world on hold for Mr. Aaron Romeo. Bleep, blap,
Thinks you guys don't have to come to the show anymore, and we're not going to make part of it. Fuck you, Aaron. We're going to call you at home on our new fucking speakerphone.
Nice.
Whatever random
Ben,
stuff you're gonna eat next time, I'm gonna literally dip my balls in.
yeah,
There you go. Literally these nuts.
extra tag.
It's just for an extra tang.
What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world, Aaron Romeo?
in the world of Aaron Romeo.
No, not in the world. What's
See,
the news?
He thinks the world revolves around him.
Oh snap!
What's going on? What are we
What's up,
missing?
bro?
Well, we know PRT. How's this for news? Since I was like big with the PRT thing, or dealing with that. How their projects are. Some of their projects are delayed, and like fixing that tunnel, the Washington Tunnel.
No idea what he's talking about. What the hell are you talking about?
Trolley routes.
The trolley routes. Pittsburgh PRT. What is that? Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh Regional Transport.
Oh, it's the replace Pat bus. Fuck that. We
Yeah.
don't care. We all drive. Hey, before you get
call
into
it
the
a Pat
news,
bus over here.
hey, what's that? What's that roommate you have there? That French guy? Is he there right now?
No, he is not. He is not here right now.
Can't ever get this right.
But it is a different. It is a different guy. In fact, that is here.
So what I would have done is said, "Oh no, there's a different guy here. You want me to get him? Oh yeah, we can get him. Hey, is this Aaron's roommate we're talking to?
Yes, yes, it is. It is him.
He's such a
Spot blown.
Dude, I know. It's such an Andy Kaufman moment. Oh my god. Aaron Romeo, we miss you, buddy.
Oh,
Miss you, brother.
thank you.
Do me a solid, man. Don't hang yourself in the closet while you're jerking off.
No.
Wait to do a fucking memorial service. All right?
Ben Bena,
What up?
welcome to the show again.
Good to be here,
Yeah,
brother.
for sure.
Artist on the mic, artist in the ring. You know how it is.
All right. We'll include more of you on these calls until you come back. All right, buddy?
Thank you very much.
All right.
And, also, Layla Paige, shout out to her.
Why? She's not here.
Orca,
He's like, she is there. I'm watching at home. Fuck
Well-
stalker. Are you naked right now, touching yourself, watching her?
yes, I am.
Can you show him a
Yes, I
nipple?
am.
Are you
No.
putting the lotion on the skin?
Yes, doing that too. Hand
Ah.
sanitizer on my balls.
Oh my god. All right.
God.
We love you. We'll talk to you later, buddy. Bye. See you later.
Shout out to Nene too.
Yep. Shout out to Nene. She's the best. Say goodbye.
Saying bye bye everybody, and I will be back.
Say hi to your mom for me.
I will, and that too.
All right.
Future, what will Aaron?
What will Aaron eat? Yeah. My nuts. All right, buddy. Later.
Later.
That dude is out there.
He is
man.
so high. He's not high.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Quagmire.
he's an on the spectrum quack.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And with that, Danielle from Butterfly Bartending brings us some food.
Yay!
Hey, what's going on, Danielle?
Wings over here.
We're delivering some wings. Did you get some food, Layla?
Oh, wait.
You got wings?
Doesn't Dan?
How come you're not coming on camera? What do you got for us tonight? Anything?
Lemon drop shots.
We're gonna do lemon drop shots here. Danielle's shot of the week. Whenever you're ready, we're ready. All right, let's take it back to Pittsburgh Sports Distributor.
Oh, okay. All right. So, basically, the Penguins are out on the West Coast. They were on the West Coast. Tonight, they're actually playing the Vancouver Canucks, but it's here at the, and I almost said Civic Arena,
I always say something.
and I almost said Console Energy Center. PPG Paints Arena. They're here tonight. They're here tonight playing the Vancouver Canucks. It's nothing after 1. That's what I last saw. That was the up to date part. But on Wednesday, it was actually they played the Ducks in Anaheim and they lost 3-4. It was tied after 2, but honestly my eyes were bleeding and I fell asleep, so I had to catch it on SportsCenter the next day. And then the first press conference for Penn State interim head coach Terry Smith happened, and he sounds like, as far as this goes, he sounds like a guy that is motivated and somebody in theory that could be the permanent head coach there. But the way that the Penn State alumni and the way that the officials are talking, it doesn't sound like he's going to be permanent. They're gonna think outside the box as far as that goes. And then the Steelers and Browns, there was not only was there complaints about the actual field, the turf at Heinz Field, and the way that it is being replaced constantly because it doesn't grow a lot, in the coming months. And right now, also that they were complaining about the refs, and the 2 of the refs that worked the game on Thursday have actually been suspended for horrible calls. And that leads me into what happened Thursday. Now, any true fan of your sport, of your team, is going to stick with them no matter what. That's why I'm wearing my Steelers shirt today, because unfortunately, Steelers 31, Bengals 33. And it looked like, honestly, on Thursday night, it looked like a game that was in hand for a traditional Steelers blowout of the Bengals. They were up 10 to nothing. Rodgers marched right down the field, scored a touchdown, got a field goal, and it was 10-0. And then he threw 2 straight interceptions. Now, if you watch the game, the second interception was not his fault. It looked like what was a tremendous play by DK Metcalf, but as he was falling down, it was Eli Apple that stripped the ball from him, and it ended up being an interception, which
I got
completely
a question
changed.
for you
What's up?
before you jump into that. So that was the one play I saw. Was he down before he stripped it?
That's where the controversies with the referees against the Steelers, there's subject of much debate. I mean, if you've watched anything on ESPN, a lot of the talking heads were saying that they were questionable calls, and they did get suspended for making horrible calls against the Steelers. Like for some reason, and this isn't just me telling you this. I'm telling you that on a national level, people are saying that they were classic missed calls.
All right, let me ask this. So let's just say, for argument's sakes, you have a game. Okay, clearly the refs are in favor of one side, and evidence comes up to show that the refs basically called the game for one team so that they could win. And the Steelers protested. Let's say it's the Steelers protested. Do we get that win? Has it happened?
No, and that actually brings up a good point. Yeah, although the refs get suspended, the damage has already been done because the loss is still the loss in the record book. They can't reverse the decision because just based on the butterfly effect alone, who knows? Aaron Rodgers might have thrown an interception, an actual clean interception on the next play. You don't know that. So that the best they can do is fine and or suspend the referees for blowing the calls, and that's basically what happened there. But they were leading early, and then it was a combination of guys like T.J. Watt and Highsmith that went completely. They disappeared. They were on the side of milk cartons, because they completely got handled and owned by the Bengals offensive line to the point where it was opening the receivers Chase and Higgins on either side of the ball, strong side or on the slot. And Jamar Chase had 23 targets, which is a record since 2017. He caught 16 passes for 181 yards and a touchdown, and they slowly picked apart. And the Bengals also had the number 32nd ranked run offense in the league. Dead last. But Chase Brown went off for about 170-some yards. It was 170-some yards here. And, and then you're thinking, okay, there's no way that Joe Flacco picked them apart. He absolutely picked them apart. Just remember how I was talking about how Aaron Rodgers with his timing and touch, how he would hit like the curl route, and it was just without hesitation, and he was hitting. Well, Joe Flacco did the same thing on 10 days' notice. I mean, it's like he found the fountain of youth, and it ended up costing him in the end because as soon as they hit Freiermuth for the 65-yard touchdown, with too much time left remaining, you're like, Flacco's going to take them apart. And sure enough, he did, march them right down the field, 33-31. There's your ball game on Thursday night. And that was the way that happened. And then later on that evening, the Penguins, again, out on the West Coast, they were out in nice sunny LA. They actually beat the Kings 4-2. Now the reason why I'm a little bummed about that is the LA Kings are my mistress team. They're my team on the side. I kind of fool around with them on the side, but my wife, the Penguins, don't know. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a mistress team in every sport. I mean, I'm a White Sox fan. That's my team on the side. But that's baseball. It's a different thing. Friday night, Keystone Oaks got beat by St. LaSalle 55-0. I was there at the game. And it looked like a junior prep team playing an NFL team. Like the St. LaSalle, it's like they have recruits. because they recruit from all over the South Hills area, and they've got full-grown men against these kids, and it was brutal. It was brutal.
I'll tell you
brutal
right
to
now,
watch.
I don't care how bad that sounds. Nothing beats what Baldwin lost to, I think, last week.
What was that? Oh, shit.
My kid told me yesterday. I don't know who they played.
Yeah.
They lost 80-0.
Oh, okay. So
I said that means they had 11 touchdowns and 1 field goal. They drove the ball 11 times, and then on the last one, they said, fuck it, we'll just kick this one.
oh, gee. I mean, and what do you and as far as if you're the coach of that team that's on the other end, what do you say to them? What do you say to
You
kids?
say,
The
you
kids.
say, does anybody have any cyanide? That's fucking terrible. That is a fucking awful fucking score.
It was, and glass half full. It wasn't 80-0. So my Golden Eagles, my guy, Coach Steve McCormick, didn't suffer as bad as 80-0. It was only 55-0. So glass half full on that. But then also in the NLCS, the Dodgers complete the sweep on Friday night, and I bring that up because Shohei Ohtani had quite possibly the greatest single game in Major League Baseball history. Here's the stat line. Okay, 6 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts. Now that alone, you're like, wow, he had Shohei Ohtani had a hell of a game. Pitching. That's just the pitching. Then 3 home runs. 3 home runs in his first 3 at bats. So he hit 3 home runs and pitched 6 innings, 10 strikeouts. I said it last week. It's the Dodgers World Series to lose, and they're not going to do it.
I thought the pitchers didn't hit. They didn't.
No. But he does both. He does because they have the designated hitter rule. He can DH and pitch.
Well, looks like
it was the greatest game.
Looks like my nephew's going to be spending a few years in the minors. Sorry, RJ. Gets drafted to the Dodgers as a pitcher, and then they have this phenomenal game.
You're gonna have, Domaho Regato, Mr. Roboto, Shohei Ohtani showed him up. I don't know. I mean, it's seriously, when you look at that stat line, that's one guy doing both ends of it. I mean, unbelievable. They complete the sweep. They're in the World Series. So there's that. That's happened on Friday. Saturday Night Football. Pitt taking care of business against Syracuse, 30-13. Shalom and Mahayim to Mason Heinschel. 342 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Unbelievable game. And here's the best part. He's a true freshman. So at 18 years old, he put on a pair of pads and threw for 342 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Pitt took care of business on Saturday night. Ohio State won big. Vanderbilt looking impressive. And then the Pens also again took care of business against the Utah Mammoth 2-1. So on that West Coast road trip, they actually went 2-1. So they wanted to go for the Gavin McKenna sweepstakes, but it's just not going to happen because at least not as of this moment, because they're playing solid and they're buying into the damn U system. Okay, so Sunday we had a couple of scores because Steelers didn't play. We have to suffer and stew in our own misery of what happened on Thursday. We had Kansas City all over Vegas, 31-0. Philly beat Minnesota 28-22. Cleveland just beat up on Miami, and Mike McDaniel's on watch to be fired for the Miami head coaching position. So keep an eye on that. Dallas big win over Washington, but this is also this time of year where the Dallas Cowboys will hit their stride or peak in the middle of the year, and then we all know Dak Prescott's going to end up crapping the bed here within about 3-4 weeks. So somewhere after the Thanksgiving game. But Dallas big win over Washington. LA Rams in jolly old England. They beat up on the Jacksonville Jaguars 35-7. That was actually a pretty decent game to watch, believe it or not. And then they just pulled away in the mid-third quarter. Then Sunday Night Football, San Fran all over Arizona 20-10. And then last night, ALCS Game 7, Toronto Russ Springer coming up big with a 3-run home run, and Toronto is in the World Series. They beat up on Seattle 4-3. And then Monday Night Football, Detroit taking care of business against Tampa Bay 24-9. And Houston and Seattle, Houston losing 19-27. And it was actually a lot closer than it looked. But, however, Seattle was trying to give them the big game towards the end of it. So that was just about it. And then tonight, the Canucks are playing the Penguins right here at PG Paints Arena. And that's about it, all I got for this week.
I love it.
Only took 15 minutes.
That's all right, though. You know what, though? I would rather have that. Because not saying Aaron Romeo did a bad job, but Aaron Romeo did a bad job. But no, I like that because a lot of people, when they watch this in the morning, when they're taking a shit Wednesday morning, they like to get their sports recap. Same as if they're watching ESPN. We just have a better version. We have a Yinzer version.
Yeah, that's because I'm going to give you the 2 cents of what's going on, and I just figured,
I got to tell you though, I like the toss.
that's how
That's how I fucking end it every time.
Bingo.
All right, Layla Paige, you are so excited for this next segment.
No.
Yes, you are. I'm going to tell you why. Because you sat there and you painstakingly took that sports report. You were like, all right, let's go. No, because she didn't know anything about it. Not that it was a bad report. He's looking at me like, the fuck does that mean? But
Yeah, I was a little quizzical.
she was like, I just want to get to this fucking thing. That's all she was concerned about. So, we've decided, because Mr. Bena over there were like a shot at your title. And I said, all right, well, we got to make it fair. So, because... And
Wait a minute. Who the hell is Ben Bena?
Sorry, Brett
Because you're
Paradise.
talking to the Mac Daddy BP, Brett Paradise.
Brett Paradise has decided to come in and take it.
History has certainly shown.
That would have been great if you if I would have switched cameras and you would have came out and changed the shirt and came back on.
That's it. That's live improv right there.
That's it. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. All right, it's gonna be easy. I said it's not gonna be a game show style. We're gonna do it like Buzz Trivia does here. We're going to do WWE Women's Division 10 questions, multiple choice. I'm gonna read the questions. I'm gonna give you the answers. You're gonna choose which one it is, okay? And then at the end of the 10, we're gonna score our own things. I'm gonna give you the answers, and the winner is the FAFO champion. Is it going to be retaining? Is it going to be newly crowned? Are you cool with that? Let's do it.
In a bed by the river.
And it's not like if you lose tonight, you may win because his knowledge isn't that great. But if you lose, you just get to challenge him again next week. It's like the 24/7 belt. So with that said, here are oh man, I wish I would have had. I got to keep switching back and forth.
So what? We got 10 questions.
You have 10 quiz.
Is
questions.
it and it's all women's wrestling?
This is WWE women's wrestling.
I like women's wrestling.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do.
All
right. First question. All right. Which WWF/E diva has held the women's champions most occasions before the belt was retired in 2010? Which diva held the belt in the women's championship most times? All right. Is it Trish Stratus? I can't say Trish Stratus, Lita, Mae Young, or Mickie James? Trish Stratus. So you can just go, you got to put the answer. Trish Stratus, Lita, Mae Young, Mickie James.
All right.
Question 2. I have no prior knowledge, neither does Mr. Paradise.
Huh?
No prior knowledge. The infamous, I don't even know the answer to this one. The infamous Harvey Wippleman, the only man to have ever held the women's championship. What name did he appear under during his match for the title? Was it Glitter, Bombshell, Stardust, Harvina? Glitter, Bombshell, Stardust, or Harvina? All right.
Something that aged very well.
Next one is true or false. The women's championship was vacant for nearly 3 years in the 1990s. True or false? Women's championship was nearly vacant 3 years. 1990.
Can I get a bonus point if I name who held it last before it was reached?
I don't even know if it says it because I haven't seen the answers yet. Question number 4. Which WWE Hall of Famer won their second women's championship at WrestleMania 1? I didn't realize that was going to be. I mean, you weren't even around. You weren't even sperm.
Oh my God.
Which Hall of Famer won their second women's championship? WrestleMania 1. Okay. Was it Mae Young, Wendy Richter, Sherry Martel, or the fabulous Moolah?
I'm still writing because it takes me extra long because I'm left-handed.
All right. Question Finn. Which WWE legend held the record for the longest reign as women's champion before its retirement in 2010, according to official WWE records? Was it Fabulous Moolah? Leilani Kai, whoever the fuck that. Oh, I know. Sable or Bertha Faye?
Bertha Faye, cause I love you.
Which legend held the record the longest reign women's championship for retirement 2010? Moolah, Leilani Kai, Sable, or Bertha Faye? God damn it, I wish we had fucking Jeopardy TikTok shit.
Yeah, I think my buzzer's broke.
All right. Question 6.
Who is Scooby-Doo?
Question 6. During the 2002 Survivor Series paper, a famous hardcore match for the women's. Hi, how's it going? Wait, before we get into this, come here for a second. We're going to take a question. Look at this. Guys, I want you to see this. Take a look at this camera. Look at this fabulous ape. Can you look up? I was admiring it at the bar. Look at that. That's fucking great.
Lord.
That takes some time, and it's so nice. We like to display tattoos here on the show.
Oh,
We're live right.
Cool. What's up?
What's up? Thank you so much.
I'm a little terrified, not gonna lie.
All right, back to the quiz. 2002 Survivor Series pay-per-view, a famous hardcore match for the women's championship took place. Unfortunately, I do remember this match. It sucked. Who were the two competitors? Was it China and Sable? Molly Holly and Victoria? Lita and Molly Holly? Trish Stratus and Victoria? Yeah, China and Sable, Molly Holly and Victoria, Lita and Molly Holly, Trish Stratus, Victoria. I got 4 more to go.
What are the options again?
Let's go back. China and Sable, Molly Holly and Victoria, Lita and Molly Holly, or Trish Stratus and Victoria.
God, that one got me stumped, so I just threw out. I threw a 69.4-yard Hail Mary like Aaron Rodgers did at the end of the game. 70 yards standing still. He didn't have a running start to that either. Side note, by the way.
You guys ready?
That's my ADHD. Sorry, Peace. All right.
Question 7. Which WWE Diva was the first person to hold both the Women's Championship and the Divas Championship? Oh, was it Layla? Not you. You weren't born yet. Beth Phoenix, Gail Kim, or Michelle McCool, or as I call her, Michelle McNot So Cool. Stupid bitch.
Michelle McCalloway.
Yep, right.
Yeah, you got in the Hall of Fame. You got in the Hall of Fame for your wrestling credentials.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with
It's nothing to do with who your husband was.
that 7-foot tall guy in your house.
So it's Layla, Beth Phoenix, Gail Kim, or Michelle the Goofbag. Question auto. Off. According to WWE records, how many different women held the WWE/WWF World Championship? That is not the World Wildlife Foundation. The Women's Championship before it was retired in 2010. Was it 59? Was it 39? Was it 29? Or was it 49? I will give you a hint. It ends in a 9.
What was this question again?
How many bitches?
Jesus Christ.
How many skank ass different bitches sucking dick in the locker
James
room?
Porco's parts and opinions do not necessarily represent the opinions of this guy.
The fuck they don't know. I'm just kidding. All right, let me read it again. How many whores held the WWF?
Fucking question.
How many women held it before it was retired in 2010? 59, 39, 29, 49. Notice they did not throw a 69 in there.
That's too obvious.
So you would think, right?
My daughter Fanny, open your books to page 69. 69!
Don't talk to me. And why not?
No, I will not make out with you.
In May of 1999, Deborah competed against Sable in an evening gown match, which was terrible. The match was considered controversial because the then commissioner ruled that the winner was the lady who had her own gown ripped off, contrary to the usual rules. Who was the WWF commissioner at the time? Ooh. Was it Mick Foley, The Rock, Sergeant Slaughter, that's French, or Sean Hickenbottom? Michael Hickenbottom. Shawn Michaels.
Get it right.
Mick Foley, The Rock, Sergeant Slaughter of G.I. Joe, or Shawn Michaels. Who was the commissioner at the time?
Tubman.
And this last one,
Oh, good.
okay. This one doesn't have optional. It doesn't have, you have to answer this correctly because it doesn't have all multiple choice. Unofficially, the first WWE Women's Championship was Lay Cool. The tag team consisted of Layla and Michelle McClure. However, officially, the final champion was who? I don't understand that question. So you can guess. So they're saying the WWE Women's Champion was Lay Cool, tag team consisting of Layla and Michelle McCool. However, the final champion was who? I'm going to guess it's one of those two. Let me,
I think that's kind of a trick.
It's one of those two. Sorry. It's one of those two. I want to be fair.
Most of these questions are like before I was born.
That's all right. That's why I
like
choice.
I could fucking fuck.
Woo! Turn up the heat. Oh, get some, girl.
Are we ready? Are we ready for the answers? All right.
This ought to be good.
You get 1 point, obviously, if you got it right. If you get it wrong, you get nothing and like it.
No, I want my wigs that are sitting right there. From Delicious Scarpaci's.
All right, guys. Are you ready for the answers?
Let's
Here
go.
are the answers.
Yeah, let's go.
The answer to question 1. is Trish Stratus. Number
Right.
2 was Harvina. Number 3 is True. Now, you said you knew who it was.
Sensational Sherry was the last one to hold it. She held it for 2 years from 89 to 91. And I want to say that it was in 1994, and a Lunger Blaze, a.k.a. Medusa Maselli, brought it back in 1994 and had a feud with Bull Nakano, now the Hall of Famer.
The title was vacated when Alondra Blaze infamously left WWF in 1995 as champion and joined WCW. So you're correct. No extra points on this one. Question number 4. I actually met this woman. She's a very sweetheart. She's kind of a slut.
Whoa.
Wendy Richter.
Really?
Big slut. Number 5. Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah.
Number 6. The tag. Who was it? The tag team? No.
No, that's
The hardcore match. Trish Stratus and Victoria.
Oh.
I knew that was the answer.
Number 7.
Hey, back in your house.
Michelle McNaught So Cool. Okay. Number 8. Your answer is 29. Number 9, the answer is Shawn Michaels.
Of course I'm going to get that one.
And on number 10, your answer is Layla. Now, tally up your scores, and let me see them. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Oh, that's not a tally. That is, oh, really? That's how many you got right?
Yeah, dude. He asked before. Look, he asked before the show. He says, "Hey, can you go ahead and think about women's wrestling?"
That's not where
I wanted to be fair. I asked him how he was on women's trivia, and he said he was up to date on it. But that's all he knew. All right, the final score: 9-7.
Whoa!
Winner and new FAFO champion, Mr. Ben Bena.
This must be just
Now,
like living
Don't get mad because you've held on to it. I was very proud of you, but you will get a chance. You can come back next week. Look at him. It's so bad. Don't be mad.
You want to have a face-off?
I am very impressed. That was actually, I can't believe you got to go in front of your character.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe you got this many right. I am very impressed that you got this many right. You actually, you almost tied him. Yeah, you
Now,
you,
the Victoria and Trish Stratus.
you had Holly and Victoria. If you would have got them all, I can't believe you got 29. If you
Well, the part of the reason why it was such a low number, you got to remember, all from the 50s, 60s, and 70s and 80s, all the way through that, Moolah was the only one that held the belt. She held the belt for 29 years. Literally, 29 years.
You actually, I am very impressed with this. You didn't answer the last one. 10. You crossed that. Well, you put Michelle McCool. Okay, it looked like you crossed that up, but you picked her. If you would have got that, and you had Molly Holly versus Victoria instead of Trish versus
I
Victoria,
knew it was Trish.
you guys would have tied. And then what happens in a tie? The belt doesn't change hands.
Oh!
You almost had that. So now your task is, if you want it back that badly, you got to come up with a challenge. It doesn't have to be trivia. It can be anything you want.
Oh,
But you got to challenge him for the belt. But guess what, guys? It's been months. We now have a new champion, Mr. Brett Paradise.
woo! How sweet it is!
Hey, when you shine that, only shine the main plate. Don't polish the sides. The sides will be blown off.
Well, you know what Brett Paradise is going to do with this? He's going to shine it up real nice, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass. I can't believe I did that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I feel dirty. I got to go take a shower. That was
Hey.
awful.
You know, all great champions have done one thing in their life. They lost the belt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get to be a 17-time champion. That means you lost it 17 times.
That's what I always say. Every time they come out and they cut a promo, they're like, yo, I was the fucking 5-time heavyweight champion. Yeah, you lost 5 times, idiot.
Yeah,
So
Bret Hart, you piece of shit.
that always makes me laugh. I like that. Did you like that? I gotta be honest with you, I am impressed. You always talk about how your knowledge of like the stuff before your time, you don't really knew it. You don't really know that much. You knew a lot of that. I'm very impressed. You held the belt well.
Shawn Michaels was like literally a dead giveaway.
That was impressive, all of you. You guys got to keep your head on a swivel, especially when you're in the middle of a cockfight.
I like it. I like it. So guys, what's next week? The fucking 40th. What's today's date?
21st.
I can't remember if there's like a party or here or something. There might be a party going on. No, next week.
It would be a Saturday. That would be a Saturday, I would think.
But anyways, probably next week's going to be our Halloween edition or whatever like that. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. What are you going to come dressed as?
No, probably myself.
What?
See, like,
Right
so like, there's like been like a couple years where like I haven't dressed up, and people are like, "What's your costume, Brianna? All you gotta do is get dressed."
That's funny though.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's pretty good.
I was Hugh Hefner last year.
Oh, you know what I'll be?
He'd be one of the bunnies.
He's gonna be fat.
He'd be one of the bunnies.
You know, I should be TQ. I'll come in with a big stupid beard, and a big fake gold chain, and, and I'll start sending. I'll just come in with fake dick pics about everything. It'll be great.
Jesus.
He's watching right now. Fuck them. Guys, that is it for the show. I am very happy. And then soon, we're waiting for it. They're going to mount the championship belt. They're going to mount the Iron City Arm Wrestling belt here at Scarpaci's. Once that's up, then the sign-ups will be ready. We're going to have a table here. People are going to be like, all right, hey, we can go. We can do this. I'm debating. I have 2 tables. I might bring wooden one here and leave the metal one, for like travel tournaments or whatever. I don't know yet. But the wooden one's pretty strong. But I had 2 wooden ones, and I shit you not. This they snapped the shit out of it. One tournament. I was like, ah. So might not be that great of an idea to have. But anyways,
You didn't ask what I was going to wear.
what are you gonna? I just figured you were gonna come in.
Son of a bitch. I was ready to, I'm like, okay, he's going to turn to me. He's going to turn to me. He's
I
going to turn to
figured
me.
you were gonna come as what you always come as.
You're just gonna come in in the
Nick
belt.
Bachman.
Nick Bockwinkel. Jesus.
For those of
What
you
is a colorless heel?
For those of you that don't know who Nick Bachman is, go ahead and Google it because I don't know.
Nick Bockwinkel actually had a run. Okay, if we're going to add on to the wrestling trivia, Nick Bockwinkel actually had a nice run in AWA with Bobby the Brain Heenan as his manager, and those two were excellent because they were like these articulate, well-to-do heels. Look it up. He's right. Look it up. No, Nick Bockwinkel in his prime.
What are you gonna come at?
Well, I got the Flair row. I got the Ric Flair Pittsburgh is Paradise row.
Whatever you come as,
I can do that. I can do that. I mean, I have an assortment of wigs. Don't ask questions. I mean, I've got my belts. I've got like all my gimmicks for Brett. For BP, I can do that. Let's just here. I'll tell you what. Be in suspense. Next week, I'm gonna have something. I'm going to cook up something. It's going to be good. It's going to be worth your time. I promise you that, because the most valuable gift you can give is your time. If you're giving us your time, we're going to give back to you. Promise that.
All right.
And why is that? Because I'm paid, I'm played, and I'm made. Oh.
Terrible setup. That was great.
That was not you. You said that was my son.
I was kidding.
Wait, I'm on right now? I'm still on? I don't believe you.
All right, guys, that's it for all of us here at Bar-jutsu. Remember, from Meineke, Bar-jutsu, Iron City, KMC, everybody. We love you all. Drink responsibly. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Square.